Today I'm going to show you how to treat a fly line and restore it as if it's new out of the box. So first thing I've done is I'm checking the braided loop. I want to make sure there's no cracks, as if water gets in it'll no longer float. And then I'm going to strip out the line, and as I'm stripping I'm looking for signs of wear and tear. If the coating has cut in any areas, just put a bit of Aquasure over it, and if the braid is actually cut within, dump the line. Okay, now that we have that done, I've got two buckets, one of which is a bucket of lukewarm water with 1 drop of whitening up liquid. I'm just putting in the fly line in that. If you can put it in with loops, it'll come out and reduce the tangles. So we'll just strip that in at a time and just bring that right into the bucket, fully in, and then at the end you want to leave a couple of feet just so it's easier and reduce tangles, so leave that out to the side. Then we want to leave that to settle for a few minutes to let it soak. Once it's soaked through for a few minutes, all you need to do is just clean your line. You could use a sponge, or what I use is it's a leader straightener. It's just a wee bit more abrasive. And what I do is I run the line through that. And this, 1, cleans the dirt off, but 2, it also straightens the line a little bit as well to reduce the memory. And as you'll see, I'm actually stretching this line and bringing it into another bucket. This is another bucket of lukewarm water, but this time it has no soap, so it's to rinse off the soap. If there's any soapy residue, the fly line won't take the dressing as good. Okay, so just bring that all into the bucket. Once it's all rinsed off, then just get a bit of tissue paper, and what we're doing is we're drying it off here and creating large loops. Again, the large loops will help reduce the memory, and as well as that, it'll be easier to store and reduce the tangle. So just run that through. You don't have to completely dry it, because what we're going to do is we're going to hang it and we're going to let it dry for a few hours. Okay, so once that's all looped up, then we just hang it up and we'll come back to it later on. Okay, so now it's time to actually slick the line. So I'm just going to use another line here just for the purpose of speed. So I've got like an old cloth or it's an old sock or something out there. Just put a bit of line slick. I use Snowy line slick and just put it through. And what you want to do is you want to bring it into a bucket. So it's a bucket with no water this time, just for storage, because if it's on the floor after the slick, it'll catch up the dirt. Okay, so just feed that through, and I've thread through the running line as well here to what I'll be casting really. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying this video. Okay, then once you've got that ready, all you need to do again is create large loops and pull that out. And again, every time you're doing this is reducing the memory, so again helping to restore that fly line. And like before, I just hang this up. I let it to hang for a few hours. Well, you can leave it for a few hours, or you can leave it overnight if you prefer. And this is how I hang it up. It's just an old rod holder on the ceiling. Okay, now that it's allowed the slick to settle for a few hours, now we're going to buff the fly line. So again, we just run it through a dry cloth this time with no slick and put it into a bucket. So once your line is all buffed up, you can grab the reel and start spooling it back on. Okay, if you prefer, if memory is an issue on your line, you can always just create large loops and let it hang for a few days in the gauge. And that's really it. That's your line restored. Hopefully you found this all useful, folks. If you did, hit the like button below, maybe hit subscribe. Until next time, thanks very much. All the best.